Yeah, I think it is recording. Give the mic. Okay. So yeah, we watched Thunderbolts. Um, I personally I wanted to watch this movie because I heard it's very good, and even my friends, all of us grew up liking Marvel films, and we love that movie also. I mean, love those kinds of movies in the past, like superhero movies. But the person right next to me thinks it's for losers, basically. He doesn't like superhero films that much, and I don't think he was interested even a little bit to watch the film. But I still drag you to that film. Yeah, anything you want to say about it?
I I don't think superhero films are for losers at all. I
No,
do
I that
enjoy
was a joke. But
I do enjoy superhero films. It's just that we have seen better films.
no, think just say what you genuinely feel about superhero.
Superhero movies are again it depends on the film. I do sometimes enjoy those films like terms of like if you take superhero for me, it's Batman and Superman because that film really stayed with me. But other superhero films are doesn't. So I
So
don't
you're
know.
a DC guy, is that it?
Yeah, I mean, at the start, initially, I was a Marvel fan,
Uh,
but then I understood films, and then I just didn't like Marvel. So
okay. Yeah, so we got a hater here, but still, I took him to the movies because I wanted to watch it. So yeah, of course we have very different feelings about the films. Right? And I was really enjoying it, and then this guy was pretty annoyed with the film. And yeah, we'll get to it slowly. I'll start with what happened in the theater before the movie started. Should I tell that story? Basically, um, at the start of the film, so the theater we usually go, they took the movie out of the theater, right? So we went to another theater. The screen was just so small. I was so annoyed because we overpaid for it. I'm not. Do I mention the theater name? It's better if I don't. So and then I shout. Did I shout?
no,
I said like, dude, I can't believe I paid so much to watch the movie in the TV. And then the person next to me heard that joke, and it's a girl, and that girl laughed.
yeah,
You were there, right?
yeah, but
Yeah, yeah. We have a witness there. You cheesy jokes like this. You're getting. Wait, wait. Cheesy jokes like this is the biggest problem of this film.
yeah,
At least for him. Even for me, after a point, I did feel like okay, the jokes are a bit. It's getting a bit too much, and it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. It's making the characters look a bit stupid. So yeah, that's like the one criticism I had this with film. But anyway, let's get to the positives, and then slowly I'll say all the good and bad things and how we felt about the movie, right? So you have to understand that this movie is not like reinventing cinema. Oh, it's not. It's not a Oppenheimer or something artsy type of like. It's nothing extraordinary. It's a Marvel movie, so your expectations should be in that area, if that makes sense. All that being said, I love the movie. I thought it was really, really fun. Thought I watched a Marvel movie after a long time, especially me being a fan. Like when I was a teenager, especially if you were a teenager between like 2010 to 2019 and you grew up watching Marvel films, you would understand like why this movie is so special.
so bro just said all those things, saying like it's a end of the day, it's a Marvel film, so get your expectation low, and then said it's a good film for me. So in even in that sentence, you should understand that this is a very average film, and he's being very biased. Nowadays, Marvel movies are very shit. That's the truth. Marvel movies used to be really good, and now it's just trash.
Okay, I mean, yeah, even look pre Endgame, even I didn't watch a lot of Marvel films or TV shows. I think the last Marvel movie I watched was I don't even remember what I watched before this. I have watched like most of them except I missed a few of them. Yeah, But I didn't really like any of this. Far From Home, it's a good theater movie, but at home, God, it was really horrible.
That's why it's far from home. You're supposed to watch it in the theater, not at home.
Oh, that's good. All right. Wait, Spider-Man, it's not Far From Home, it's actually No Way Home.
So it's like no way you're supposed to watch it.
It's at home. Okay. Okay. Some damage control there. Wolverine, I know people have like really loved that film, but I hated it. Like it was funny, but it's just the jokes were like felt a bit repetitive. You get it? Like we watched two Deadpool movies with the same sense of like the comedy was very similar. And then I didn't need a third movie with Wolverine in it. I love Wolverine. Wolverine is one of my favorite superheroes. Still, I couldn't enjoy the film because I just didn't find it funny, and the story also just wasn't that. Brave New World, I didn't watch, and then Thunderbolts. Coming to Thunderbolts, that went off on a tangent. Let's get back here, and then
The new Avengers.
the new Avengers, right? I'll get to that as well. So this is exactly like I said. There weren't like stupid cameos. There weren't like stupid just teasing or building up. It's felt like a separate movie, like a movie that held on its own. You get it? Like even in Doctor Strange, I think they were teasing this multiverse throughout the film, but it felt like we never got a payoff, right? They did none of that here. So back in 2014, when we watched Guardians of the Galaxy, I think I felt a bit like this. Like when I watched Thunderbolts, I did feel like, okay, this is exactly how I felt when I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. When watching Guardians of the Galaxy, I had no idea, okay, because um, I don't know the characters. I don't know who they are. They are not even famous. I don't think even the movie before the movie people really knew who they were. Like they weren't famous like Fantastic Four, the Avengers or whatever.
Who are you?
Star Lord.
Who?
Well, Star Lord, man. Legendary outlaw. Forget it.
But within a short span of time, that movie really introduced us to all these characters and made them so likable. That's exactly what Thunderbolts did too, I would say. That's exactly what Thunderbolts also did, I would say. Like, I didn't really know. I mean, I know the characters. Yelena, I have seen her in Black Widow, John Walker in the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. But they weren't exactly likable. Except Yelena, I don't think most of the characters were likable, or at least it didn't connect with me in those past, like the TV shows and movies I watched. But in this movie, I was able to really connect with these characters because there are a couple of reasons for it. But I think the one thing that I appreciate the most is I didn't have to watch all those. You get it? Because I'm not in touch with whatever they are putting out. Like I haven't watched Echo. I haven't watched. There are so many things that came out in the middle that I have no idea of. She-Hulk. I haven't watched all those. But still, I got a clear, not a, if not a clear idea, at least like a basic idea on the characters are. So me, I really appreciate this movie for doing that. But coming back to the previous point, the characters were likable because they were quirky and funny. Like they were genuinely funny. I feel.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I'll let you speak. You tell your points about that. Yeah, I know Marvel has been doing that for a while ever since Ragnarok came out. The characters are like a bit quirky and all that. But here I felt like they were genuinely funny until they overdid it. And the characters were really grounded. Like all of them are like, yeah, superheroes basically. But by showing their mental health problems and then their struggles and how they are dealing with their own problems, I think that made them more grounded. And because of that, I really were able to connect with the characters, and especially the character pop. I'll get to that character as well. So I think that I really like that perspective, perspective of this film. So what do you think about that?
It was just bad.
You
It
will
was
say
just
something
bad.
other than that. Why is it that? Tell it.
For me, the only characters that worked, I mean, in terms of the first half, was Bob, the Captain America,
Red Guardian.
the
Oh no, John Walker.
John Walker, and the Red Guardian.
Hmm.
Other characters just didn't work. Yelena's character, actually, in Black Widow, she was good. In
Okay.
this film, I don't know, but the dialogue delivery, everything was just, it didn't really feel right especially towards the end of the film. It didn't work. Nothing worked in it.
I think the cheesy comedy just didn't stick with you. Right?
That's- Then the Bob's jokes and all, it was good. Bob and the Red Guardians. I mean,
Yeah,
those jokes worked. Just the others one didn't.
yeah. I mean, I personally, even I felt like, you know what, when they overdo the jokes, they look a bit stupid. Like, it's hard to take them a bit seriously. I did feel like they did overdo the goofiness of the goofy part a little bit, but it didn't ruin the movie for me. Like, at times I was annoyed. Like, can we please get back to the serious beats of the film? But I gotta say, but when they get to like the story point and the serious beats of the film, they were 100% serious. I haven't watched Ant-Man, but people who watched Ant-Man told me that the big complaint was they have a big bad villain. Like, they were going to make an Avengers film with Kang, you know who's Kang,
Yeah,
right? So they were going to make an Avengers film, which means he is also a bigger threat. But it didn't feel like that because the Ant-Man and the daughter, Hank Pym, all of them were constantly goofing around the film. And even the serious bits of the film wasn't serious because of that. This movie didn't have that problem. Serious bits were pretty serious. And the story, I think it like how it was chained together and connected also was pretty good. Valentina sets them up and then tried to kill all of them basically, and how they unite and then get out of that. I thought the storyline was pretty clear, and they had like a proper start and end, like point to it. Most of the Marvel movies that came out in the past couple of years didn't have that clarity. This movie had it. So this is the reason why I love the film so much. Is the like the sense of team we got, like the friendship between the characters, right? Like this, basically people who are trained to kill bad people, but they find each other and how they get together and fight this. I thought that angle was really nice. Again, not to reference the same movie again, exactly what Guardians of the Galaxy did. It did feel like that a little bit. I don't know. They could have taken Guardians of the Galaxy as a reference to this movie also because they are introducing new characters. So they could have done that as well. And even small bits like, you know, when every characters when they try to get out of the void, they had to fight alone, right? But when Bob has to get out of the void, he wasn't fighting alone. Like his methodic phase and all of them will get together and fight, right? That sense of team was there in the film and friendship. I really liked that part of the film. To me, that was like the heart of the film. I think internet is talking about this character more than anything. Like, every like my feed is filled with just Bob memes. One interesting thing about him is everyone probably knows this at this point. He's named Bob in every movie.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
I heard. I saw memes, but
Uh,
yeah, I didn't know.
even how they like when Sebastian Stan's character Winter Soldier is like when he says Bob and then everyone Bob, yeah. When they say that, it was really funny. Such a blast in the theater. And I think how they dealt with the character also was pretty nice. I mean, the character was written very well because he's such an OP character, of course, right? So let's just imagine if they had a big CGI fight at the end and they defeat the character. It would have been so. It would have just been another bad Marvel film, I get it. But they rather gave him a very human weakness, and then how they get him out of that rather than defeating him. I thought that's a very smart way to deal with our OP character. They made the character very likable as well. Like he's still like a very innocent, broken character. So to me, but not to say that they made the character dumb as well, because they were constantly mentioning that he's a ticking time. You get it, and not just mentioning it, they showed it as well. Like if he loses his mind, he can destroy the entire world basically. So I really loved how they dealt with the character, and that scene. What do you think about that scene? where the Sentry versus Thunderbolts.
That was really that's when the movie picked up for me. Like as soon as they introduce the centric character, as it where he puts on the suit and he comes to the place where they fight to Tony Stark, right? Stark,
Avengers stuff.
Avengers Stark. Yeah. So that scene really picked up. From there onwards, the film was good, which is the last 40 minutes. And the way it was shot, the way they showed the centric character, bro just threw everyone like they were like piece of toys or something. And it was really good. Even the CGI and effort. It was very. Did you felt like Superman? Like
I don't know. I was reminded of Homelander constantly.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
the
yeah,
dynamic between Valentina and
yeah.
Sentry was very Homelander. They might have taken an inspiration from Homelander. I don't know. But of course, they didn't make him creepy as Homelander. But I don't know. It kept reminding me of
Yeah.
just because of he like Homelander is a bit childish, right? I mean, he has like a very childish and this pathetic victim side to him. Right? Sentry has that side to him as well. And the how Valentina controls him using that side also was exactly like that. So just because of that reason, I'm saying it's Homeland. I'm not saying they copied the character in any way. And when they bring in OP characters like let's just say like the one in Doctor Strange, you haven't watched the third Doctor Strange film. Is it the third or the second one? Second one, sorry. They there's a chick in that movie. Okay, she can travel through different dimensions. Super OP character. She basically what do you call kicks Wanda's ass at the and throughout the entire movie, like they build up
Is it?
Wanda was built up like she is so powerful, which she is, and she can't be defeated. And this girl out of nowhere kicks her ass, and it was so weird. Like, where did that come from? And Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a good movie, but how Adam Warlock was a clown in that movie. I did not like how they dealt with him. But here they dealt with him in a much better way. Like that's how you deal with an OP character. And even how, like I said, how Thunderbolts defeated it, not defeated, but rather than how they helped solve this problem was also very logical. Like it was so much better than even if he had a fight scene, I don't think it would have been that amazing. Like that scene in the lab where he has to fight the dark side of his, that scene was perfect. That was the best scene for me. Like I think this is one of the best third acts I've seen in a movie. What do you think?
It was good. I mean, especially the Bob's, the characters acting.
Bob's character, such a cool character. I don't Lawrence Pugh and David Harbour. I thought that was like the second most thing I liked about the film. Like their dynamic was really sweet. David Harbour killed it. I feel like he's really enjoying this character. Initially, I thought his jokes were a bit annoying, like he's just being obnoxious almost. But later, as I got to know him, I really loved the character, especially in the post-credit scene, the first post-credit scene. Like he shows off his the cereal box. Uh, it was a blast in the theaters, right? Everyone laughed and loved it. And even at the end, they introduced like the new Avengers and Bob will. Like when they said Bob will return, the entire theater laughed. That's when you know like the characters really resonated with the people. And then the Avengers title. I don't know why the promotion team did that.
Yeah, the new Avengers. I didn't
Yeah,
like.
the theater ticket,
It
it didn't
says
say
the new
Thunderbolts, it said New Avengers. Bro, I'm
the
like,
fuck.
I get you want to promote the film, but good God, I wish I didn't know that because at that point I thought the character is going to die or they are going to put her in jail. But how she got out of that was pretty smart. Like the media
Mm.
stunt was pretty smart. If I hadn't known that, it would have been even better, right?
So you
Please
are
don't.
saying the new Avengers part is good?
But
Is that
how
the
she
fact?
dealt with it was good. Anyway, they are going to be in the next Avengers film. They are going to be part of the Avengers.
No, they are the new
No,
Avengers.
no, they are not the new Avengers. They will be a part of the Avengers. It's a joke, like them promoting them as the new Avengers. One, it works. Like you said, even in the ticket, it said new Avengers. From marketing perspective, it helps. Two, um, but but
Isn't that a bad thing for the audience?
you think they'll be expecting a bit too
Yeah,
much?
like if they say this is the new Avengers, so I will be expecting
like something
like
bigger.
something like happened in Infinity War or something like the
Yeah,
characters and
yeah, yeah.
the character arc and everything. But
That's what I thought before the movie, but how the movie dealt with it was pretty good. It's a media stunt. How she framed them and then used them basically to get out of it. I thought that was pretty smart. To me, I thought, okay, that's a genius one.
it is a genius move. I just didn't like them being the new Avengers. If that is what
No,
you
no,
are
no,
saying
no.
as a marketing thing,
Yeah.
it is fine. But if you tell me that they are the new Avengers, I'm not
No, no,
happy
no.
about
They,
it.
they will be part of the new Avengers. They won't be the face of the Avengers.
Let's see.
Like,
Let's see.
because I think this Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards will be like a guy who will go head to head with Doctor Doom in the next Avengers. This guy doesn't know Fantastic Four.
No,
This guy
I
doesn't
do
know
know Fantastic
Reed
Four.
Richards, Doctor Doom,
I know Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom, the Rise of Silver Surfer in that movie.
I haven't watched the films, but I know the characters.
Yeah. So
Did you know Shah Rukh Khan is playing in
yeah,
this
yeah.
movie?
People are saying okay. So the rumor is Robert Downey Jr. will only be like he's a pawn basically. Like they're just gonna keep him in front, and then he's gonna die, and then they're gonna introduce the real Doctor Doom, who is Shah Rukh Khan, right? I don't know if that will happen, but Russo brothers, I don't know why they keep casting Indian actors for their movies for some reason, right?
Probably to capture the Indian
Indian
market.
market, because Indian market is bigger than ever
They
now, right?
already did that with
Greyman.
Greyman.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
took
yeah.
that.
So this could happen. I don't know. This could very much happen. But I don't know, man. Do you think Shah Rukh Khan will be a good doctor? Though? He
I
can't
just can't see him
as
as
doctor.
the Doctor Doom. Probably he might be able to pull off the character. He might not. It's a hit or miss, but I just couldn't see it
No.
for now. Maybe when the film comes out, maybe.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think that's about it, right? What we felt about the movie. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about the film. So overall, I thought it was a fun Marvel movie. Like, look, I think I've said it already. Like, this is like the Marvel package you will get. Basically, yesterday when I went to the show, it's been a week now since the movie got out. And the theater was packed on Sunday movie show, and everyone was there, and everyone really liked the movie. Too, people were laughing. This is exactly how 2017-18 was. Every 4 months we get together, collect money, and we watched a new Marvel movie and walk out of the theater very happy.
He did. I did.
Okay, me and my friends did. So it was so happy to see a Marvel movie like and film. How about that? You got the reference, right?
Ah, God,
You don't know. Red Guardian says I was full and filled. You don't even remember. Oh my god. I remember most of the movie. So yeah, I was full and filled with the film. I kinda liked it. We should probably put that as the thumbnail, right?
God,
Full and filled. So creepy, but the people who have watched the movie will probably get it. Anyway, man, I like it. And the post credit scene. Yeah, I already talked about that post credit scene. The second post credit scene, that's a scene from Doomsday. It was shot in the Doomsday movies.
um,
Yeah, I mean, it did feel like a Doomsday. Even their suit were
yeah,
very
the suit
different.
were different. I mean, the last Fantastic Four, the ship.
Yeah, yeah.
Was,
So Sam Wilson, you know, right? He's going to be like the captain, I think. Of this whole thing. I Reed Richards and Sam Wilson will be like
Sam
the
Wilson means Falcon.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's the new captain.
Who's Reed?
Uh, Pedro Pascal's character.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think they will be like the leads in the new Avengers film. And rumor is that Sam Wilson is recruiting the new Avengers team behind off screen. Like it won't be part of the film. It will happen like off screen, and then we'll just be introduced to the team. I don't know how will that work. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but apparently that's the rule. So I don't know. After watching Thunderbolts, I'm a bit excited to watch the Marvel movies now because now I want to watch Brave New World. Now I want to watch I want to watch Marvels and all that because I'm not interested. But I'll watch like the main story of the movies that are very important, leading to uh, the next Avengers film.
Where is Sam Wilson? Bucky is here.
Yeah,
Where is the other one?
I don't know. We have to
Probably
watch
not also.
Brave New World.
I'm
We
not
have,
gonna watch that film because I heard it's a very bad film. You go
but
ahead.
now I have to. I really want to watch it now, especially after seeing Bucky as a congressman. I really want to check it out. And I don't know. I have no idea about Harrison's character. Also.
He's right up.
Red Hulk. So yeah, but I want to watch. I
Right.
want to watch the full film. And then of course teasing the Fantastic Four. What did you think about the trailer? Fantastic Four trailer.
I mean,
You don't know. You don't have that nostalgia.
yeah, I don't
Basically.
really care. It's just
It's a trailer to you.
it didn't really sit with me in the sense like okay, it's just another superhero.
Yeah, makes sense because you don't know. But to me, dude, I love that movie as a kid. Both of the films, I watched it so many times. So seeing the Fantastic Four again excited me so much, and especially when I saw the logo, I flipped out. Like that's when I felt like, oh man, I'm actually really liking this shit. Where this is going. So I'm very excited to see that. Yeah, that's about it. Shall we check some Reddit reviews? Having a fallout, like legit good emotional stakes drama that's been missing for years. I actually care about them. Yo, why do they have a fallout? Again, we didn't watch the movie, so we have no idea what's going on. It's cool because I think they had some problem going on in the new Captain America film. I feel like that's very important for Thunderbolts, but we missed it.
What is this? Sam?
Sam is angry because the Avengers concept is bastardized through commercialism plus questionable members on the team. Ironic, no doubt. Having the Avengers working directly for the government is officially undoing the Sokovia Coach triple. It feels like Tony and Captain fought for the
Yeah.
same reason. Kind of feels the same way. Bucky is angry because the Avengers basically went radio silent after Endgame due to the lack of funds and necessity, and is now being pestered by Sam after filling in the void left behind the previous Avengers. Also, even though Bucky was fighting on Cap's side and somehow we don't really know what he would have had to say about the government oversight Accords was seeking to achieve, but his past may suggest that he feels superhuman should not feel free to use their power whenever they again it feels a bit civil warish if that makes sense. Like we have to watch the movie, otherwise I don't think we really get what's happening between those two. Because in the post-credit scene, it did feel like Bucky wasn't really able
He
to
was
contact
yeah.
Sam. Like he couldn't talk to Sam. Like I think the whole copyright joke, Avengers and Avengers, is to show that they have a problem with the Avengers thing. Yeah, honestly, the end credit scene alone has me so hyped for the future of the MCU. It's all they look just good plot point, but I hope it actually goes some. No, but here the post credit scene felt meaningful and really got me excited.
Because
So
of Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four and like I didn't really care about the Avengers film until I watched that. You get it. Now I genuinely want to watch it. Most of the people in this subreddit, they're talking about New York. I don't live in New York, so I don't know what you guys are talking. I was expecting a fun action movie, got slapped with mental health lesson instead. I was not prepared. Even I was expecting a basic action movie, but I think I got something more than that. Maybe that's why I'm like really happy with the film. But Mr. Here is disappointed. Because the movie isn't that deep. I think because of that. So I think it's better if we end it here. Yeah. All right. See you. Bye.
But